a support specialist genius here at scoreCEO.com, and today I'm going to be overviewing our ScoreCEO CRO dashboard. So starting off, once you log in, you should be, if you have your quick wizard complete, you should start in the dashboard. If you start in the quick wizard, no, don't worry, you can always click on the dashboard icon on your left side menu panel. So the first thing we have is our sales cycle. In our sales cycle, we're going to see all of our sales areas. So anytime you create a new lead, the lead goes through certain stages. So these are all the stages of that new lead till they become a paid consult customer. So for example, if you want to see all those leads that are brand new, that haven't done anything past signing up, you can always click here on the little new lead bubble, and it'll take you to the list of those customers. Anyone that's under the lead status of new lead will appear in this list. You also have it here on the list on the leads and consumers area as well. The next widget we have here on our dashboard is our sales cycle once again, but this time it's a little more compact, meaning that you can see how many of your customers have completed their process, how many have you marked as a lost sale, how many sales you've made, how many opportunities you still have, meaning your total leads that haven't converted into a customer, and how many canceled consumers you've had. Right? If you want to see a list of any of them, just click under the word where it says view all, and it'll give you a list of those customers. Our next widget is another type of sales cycle, but this time in a pyramid form, so you can see how many of your customers are under qualified, credit monitoring verified, that you've completed the audit, that their signature pending, new leads, payment pending, and consult. These rearrange depending on how many customers are in each area. So for example, we have 45 paid consults, so that's why they're on the top of the pyramid. Next widget we have here is the lead sources. So the lead sources will let you know from where you're getting your leads from. So you can also view here that we have the CRO leads, which are the ones that you enter manually. The agent leads are the ones that are entered by your referral agents. The Facebook leads are the ones that enter through any Facebook post that you've made. Twitter and other are also the ones that come from Twitter, or if you use the special link invite in your referrals area, but via email and the email widget on the referrals area, or via web to lead form. If you create a form snippet and add it to your website, you can track how many leads you're getting through that widget, through that snippet as well. So if you want to see a specific set, like you want to compare Facebook to Twitter, you can turn off any other of the areas and you can see how well is doing Facebook versus Twitter. All right. You can also sort them by all of them by last week, if you want to see how many entered by last week, by last month, and also by last year. So that way you can compare. Our next widget is the to-do widget. Here you're going to see any appointment that has been scheduled on your calendar. So for example, here on Friday, we have 2 call follow-ups, and you can hover over them to see for what customer they are. I see that both of them are for the same customer, so that way I can know that I need to call that customer on this day. If you need to view them all, you can click on the view all button down below the calendar, and you can see what are your next appointments, or what were the past appointments as well. Our next widget is the Google Analytics widget, which will start populating once you integrate your Google Analytics web code onto your website. So once you have your developer add the Google Analytics code to your website, each month you'll start seeing the graph line go up or down depending on how many page visitors you're going to be getting that month. So for example, it could be January, you can start in 0, then it can go up to 4, and so on. So the next widget we have is the Hello Sign stats. Here you can view how many documents have been signed completely, have been canceled, viewed, sent, or created. You can also turn these off so you can view how many were signed versus canceled, or how many were viewed versus signed, or sent versus viewed, and so on. You can also click on these on the pie chart where you can see the list of those documents that were signed, for example. You can also do this with any of the pie charts or any of the sales cycle pyramids. Next widget we have is the invoice stats. Here you can see what is your receivable amount, how much you are owed versus how much you've been paid through the course of your portal. So if you want to see all those invoices that are unpaid, you can always click on top of where it says receivable amount, and you can see all those unpaid invoices. Our next widget is the cases to be processed. Here you're going to see all your customers that are past due, that are due for today, the next 7 days, and the next 30 days. In the past due section, you're going to see the amount of customers you have past due, and next to the date that they were supposed to be processed, you'll see how many negative days they are behind. So you see the date, how many days you haven't processed this case. Right? If they're a first round, you're going to see a number 1 next to the date as well. So that way you know that they are due for a first round. Our next widget is the billing widget. So you can see the customers that are on hold because of non-payment. You can see how the customers that owe you, and you can also click on the eye icon to view their file. The ones that will be due today, the next 7, and the next 30 days. Our next widget is the web form submission. If you have more than one web to lead form created, you can compare and see which one is the best that is doing. For example, we have one created for the Facebook link. We have one created for a free consultation landing page. We have a sign up form on the website, and then different other websites that we have as well. So we can compare which one is doing best. If you want to compare certain ones, we can go to any of the pie chart and see which, for example, I want to see who signed up from the website. I can click over the website pie chart and I can see the customer that signed up from this form entry. Next, we have the issues widget where you can see the total amount of issues that were created, the ones that are still pending, and the ones that have been resolved. So if you want to see the pending issues that have been created on your customer's file, you can click over the pending bar and you can see the ones that are pending. So that way you can review them and mark them as resolved if the issue has been already resolved. And our last widget is our email stats. This widget will appear if you have Mandrill set up on your portal. If you don't have Mandrill and you have SMTP, this area won't be populated. Right? So if you have Mandrill or MailChimp, you will start seeing how many emails got opened and clicked, or if they got rejected, if they got delivered, or if they got bounced. And you can also see, if you click on the bubble, you can go and see how many were, for example, bounced or rejected. And that will complete our dashboard. Remember that if you have any questions at all, you can email me directly at leana.diaz@scoring.com. That's leeana.diaz@scoreinc.com, or just open a chat. We're going to be glad to help you. We're available from Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. Eastern. And if we're not available at the moment, you can always leave a message and we'll gladly tend to you as soon as possible. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.